Hey y'all, it's Lindsay the Fiber Seed, and it is WIP Wednesday where I share what I've been working on, which are a couple of things. First up, let's talk about a new color. So it is fall it's creeping up, y'all. I mean, we're having summer weather, but when it's a 30-degree jump where it's like upper 40s, low 50s in the morning, and then it's like 75, 80, we're in the transition time of going to fall. So I made a colorway. Anyway, this is called Good Crunch. So it's a fun neutral. It's got birch, which is a grayish, as a background, and then actual gray. But then it's got these speckles. Aren't they gorgeous? They're all the fall speckles. And Good Crunch is a reference to an episode. Well, she says it throughout when there's actual crunchy leaves. But we used to watch Sarah and Duck a lot. And the kids will still put it on when they just want to chill. It's a very low, calm, if that makes any sense, cartoon. Anyway, she'd say Good Crunch when she'd be jumping through leaves. So anyway, this is it on DK, and here's worsted. And then this is what it looks like in a cake. And then I made swatches, and they're blocked. Look at me. All right, here's the knit one and the crochet. And I did doubles, half doubles, and single crochets at the top. So, yeah, nope. I lied. Other way around. There we go. Now it's doubles, half doubles, and singles. I got to look at this before I just tell you guys that. But the pattern doesn't really change too much. But if you do single crochets, you get more of an all over speckly feel. So that's what it looks like. This is a DK weight, by the way. So all 3 weights will be available on the website this Friday at noon. And we'll have it Wool Gathering and Shenandoah, if you were wondering. So we will have those in all the weights. And that's the new fall colorway. Anyway, what else have I been working on? Penelope's hat's still sitting here because that's how she crafts. She's like, let's go. And then she's like, what? So we're going to get it done because I want it off of my desk. But I don't want to take the Addy machine off of my desk until it's done because I don't want to have to deal with any drop stitches. Because that's not fun to fix on a knitting machine. Anyway, so that was Penelope's, and it's over there. And it's pink and it's speckly and it's all fun. Yeah, but then she's pseudo crafting because she apparently told her classmate and her teacher about the fact that she dyes yarns, and I don't know if they saw the colors or they just like the names, but she asked for my swatches that I've made for her yarn, and I'm like, oh, to show them, and she goes, no, for them to have. I'm like, well, let's maybe make them something. I said, what were they gonna do with the swatches? She goes, oh, I don't know. I'm like, maybe coasters. So she's like, yeah, like that's a good idea. I'm like, oh, okay, what colors? And so she wanted pink and purple balloons, which was her first one. Her teacher wanted that. And so I crocheted a coaster out of it using half double crochets and using the DK weight that I had. And then she said, well, do the knit for Garden of Friends. So Garden of Friends is the one she just came out with what day? 2 weeks ago? Almost now. This is her newest colorway, a rainbow suit colorway, and so I'm knitting it. And this one's a coaster for her friend. So those are things I worked on yesterday during gymnastics. Almost got it all done. And then other things I've been working on. My Prana 2 shawl by KnitSisu. Did I stop in the middle of a row again? I didn't. Hey! All right, so here's where I'm at. I'm into ball 2, and it doesn't look like I've gotten very well. Here, that's how far into ball 2 I've gotten. This is ball 1. There's ball 2. But as this gets bigger, obviously a ball is going to look a lot different how it gets used. But this is where I'm at. I'm loving the textural differences. And that's the great thing about the Prana shawl, Prana 2 shawl. Both of them are textural for half speckles. But this one does it a little bit different than the Prana. So this is the Prana 2. That makes a difference. And so, yeah, I'm loving it though. It looks really neat. So that's on Sprout DK in our half speckles. All the pictures are taken. I told you that last week. And we're prepping for 2 back-to-back shows. So there's been a lot of yarn dyed and not a lot of photo editing. So this is Neon Lights. We have it. So if you want to come to one of the shows, we'll have wool gathering not this Friday, next Friday, and no, not next Friday. Excuse me. Do not come on Friday that day. We'll be setting up Saturday and Sunday. We'll be wool gathering the 20th and 21st. I don't know how the dates are coming to me. And then 27th, 20th is Shenandoah Valley Fabric Festival. Also, go to our website and check them out because the actual proper everythings are there. Links to the pages for the shows. That way, my mouth does not say wrong things, and then you show up to things that aren't there yet. But I'm pretty sure I got the dates right. But just check. Events. There's links on all the socials to our events page. Anyway, what else I work on? One more thing. I pulled out one of my old WIPs. And as I changed my calendars out, because I have them, my calendar, my book, I get it done for August through July, not the beginning to the end of the year because school years. But I have a page that I made in it that I transfer over projects I didn't finish. And this is one of them. But I started it last year about this time. Did I finish it? No, obviously. I'm making a circle. No, this is my Captiva Crop by Murphy Made Crochet. I just said that out of memory. I'm pretty sure that's right. I'm using Sprout Sock in Shell Factory. I found the picture. I should have brought it in here. I found the picture that reminded me of the shells to which this thing is named for. It was a trip I took with my grandmother and my sister. We drove down to her house and she's like, let's go to the Shell Factory. And we're like, what are you talking about? And it was the most adorable, kitschy, but shell factory place you could ever go to. And so, yeah. Anyway, this is how far I'm at. I had to sit there and reacquaint myself with the pattern and what in the world I was doing, but I made myself notes. So it was not as hard, although somewhere past Lindsay wasn't checking off the rows I was doing. So I had to sit here and count, which wasn't bad because the pattern instructions were easy enough to be like, oh, there's that row. So it's crochet. I did say it was by Murphy Made Crochet. Anyway, this is, we're just going to show you. This is, I don't know if this is the back or the front, but this is where I'm at. So just, am I going to get this done for wool gathering with the amount of multicolors I have to dye in the next week? Probably not. Do I have enough boldness to walk around with this on like this? Yes, however, there's 2 balls attached to it. So, I mean, I could walk around because I'm going to be like, and here's Allegheny Fiber Arts bag. Go 2 aisles over and you'll find your own. But this would be very cumbersome to walk around with the entire time. So I'm probably not going to wear it if I don't finish it. But, you know what? Maybe I will. There's always, you always have to have some hope, right? That's a fever dream, not a hope. Anyway, yeah, that's where I'm at on that. I did 1 round, but 1 round is not better than nothing, right? So I have those. I have good crunch. I have my little coasters. They're not even my little coasters. Ooh, I just got a Colorway name off of that. Anyway, not coasters, but that might be something fun for the summer next year or whenever. I don't know. Yeah, that's it for now. I'm going to go dye some yarn. But until next time, happy crafting.